Welcome to Minority Report, and I'm your host, Lachelle Smith. Minority Report is a video blog on YouTube celebrating Black-owned businesses. And on this episode of Minority Report, I have Ariane Williams. She is the CEO, owner, founder, creator of blacknaps.org, which is a marketplace for all naturalistas who need whatever their go-to hair care products are. You can go directly to blacknaps.org and get everything you need. Ariane is going to explain exactly what products that she has, how merchants can participate, and what consumers can expect when you go and visit her website. I'm so happy that you're with me.
I'm so happy to be here, and I want to thank you so much for giving this opportunity to appear on your platform. So my name is Ariane Williams. I have been on the internet for nearly 10 years. Black Naps started back in 2010, primarily as a blog to educate women on how to care for their natural hair. But now, as well as natural hair and hair care information, you can also shop Black-owned businesses' natural hair products. So you'll find your hairstyling creams, twist out products, products for wash and goes. I'm also selling accessories and styling tools. So if you need a nice wide tooth comb, we just recently had the Nana comb join on.
Okay.
Yes.
Love
I really
it.
like it because it's very African inspired in its design, and obviously designed to detangle Afro textured hair without causing you any pain, and also without sacrificing any of your hair. So if you shop, you'll find an abundance of those types of products, and you can shop by brand. You can shop by whatever problem that you might be having. So say if you're having moisture issues, if you're having some damage concerns, you can shop by that particular category. Or if you want to shop by the type of styles that you like to wear. So say if you primarily like to wear wash and go hairstyles, we have a whole section where you can find good wash and go products. We'll have a whole section where you can find good twist out products. Or if you wear a lot of braids, or if you have locks, we have a section for where you can shop products that are best for hairstyles like that. One new brand that just came on, she sells products for protective styles. So if you're wearing your hair in braids and you want to make sure your hair is staying moisturized, or if you want to relieve some itch, the Beauty of Rashida is a really good brand to shop. So that's just a little brief overview of what I have to offer.
That's incredible. I mean, you gave me just so much to work with, and I'm so thankful for having a platform like yours, because I'm natural under all this, like, believe it or not. And I'm that consumer who needs the extra help, as to what products offer slippage, low porosity, high porosity. So I enjoy being able to go to a website or a brick and mortar store, and being able to get that kind of consultation as to, this is the kind of hair that I have. Now you help me find the best products for my hair, whether it's in a protective style, whether I'm doing a wash and go, whether I'm trying to perfect my flat twist or my 2-strand twist or 3-strand twist or whatever. And then you also have tools like styling tools as well. So that's awesome. So now what I really want you to explain, to me and to my following, is the need for Black-owned beauty supply stores. I know that recently, or just these last couple of years period, we've been seeing more. Like, it's not a mystery, or these things are just not now happening, where Black women, people of color, are going into beauty supply stores that are not necessarily owned by us and are not having good experiences, whether it's being accused of stealing items, or just not getting quality customer service, period. And I never fully understand why we even buy products from people who aren't using the products. Like, I'm going into a store looking for shea butter, and they don't need or use shea butter, but they selling it to me. So help me really get a better understanding of the value, not just supporting the Black dollar, circulating the Black dollar, but what are we getting when we support Black-owned beauty supply stores?
Well, I have to say my biggest initiative is the whole point that most of the products that are being purchased are not made in America. They're made over in China and India. So essentially, like you said, we have people that are producing the products that don't necessarily have to deal with the same issues of the people that actually have the hair type. Mm-hmm. So to me, it makes complete sense that people who have experienced the dry hair, who has experienced thinning edges, or whatever it is, to produce the actual products. And then aside from that, there has been a very dramatic decline in Black business as a whole. We have become consumers. I just recently read an article that said that our consumer worth or value has exceeded the $1 trillion mark, but yet we have declined. There's not a lot of Black businesses. So people are profiting off of us, but we're not getting any profit. So I'm coming from the standpoint, we know our hair best. So why not support people who understand your struggle, and then also help improve Black economics?
Absolutely. I mean, I've read similar articles as well. You know, the data statistics are showing, you know, there are over 500,000 beauty supply stores. 2,500 of them are Black owned. But I'm starting to see more of them, you know, and I appreciate the fact that you've been doing this since, you know, 2010, starting out as a blog. So talk about how you were able to transition from being a blogger to now having your very own marketplace, being Black owned, you know, run by clearly Black woman, but then also providing a space for those who are people of color, who are Black, period. And providing a place for them to be able to sell their products, because I don't think people fully understand how hard it is to get your product into Target, or how hard it is to get your product into Walmart, or how hard it is to get a loan to open up a corner store and provide shelf space for other Black owned businesses. So talk about that, you know, for those who want to build up, you know, not just my love for my kitchen chemists. I love them, you know, my girls who are in the kitchen, you know, whipping up shea butter, my gentlemen who are in the kitchen, you know, whipping up, you know, avocado oils for their beards and all that other kind of stuff. You know, they'll go and they'll sell for 5-10 years and never get to the place where, you know, they can show the longevity that would be appealing to a Walmart or a Target. So talk about being able to make that kind of transition and open up the doors for individuals to sell their wares, not just from their website, but on a platform that's going to be able to support them.
Well, it's good that you talked about that, because I think a lot of people, and just doing even a brief survey of my Instagram audience out of curiosity, and I kind of already knew this information, people prefer to get their hair products from stores. And I think it's because usually when you go to get a hair product, it's because maybe you ran out of what you use. You know, oh my gosh, I have to do something with my hair. So it's not necessarily one of those things where you have the time to, I guess, plan it out. So you're going to the store right away so you could go fix your hair. But what people have to understand is stores supply what is in demand. They don't go looking to find indie brands to put on. They put on people who are already in demand. So if a brand isn't getting support, then essentially you're voting with your dollars who's going to actually get the preferential treatment. So if there's a product that you enjoy, or something that you're interested in trying out, you should go ahead and give it a try. And if you enjoy it, keep supporting it. And that's how they'll be able to get into the bigger stores like Walmart, Target, or even something like a Walgreens, for those who have that in their area.
So let's talk about branding for a moment, because through my own, you know, surveys and just dialogue on my platform, on my social media accounts, in the Facebook groups or, you know, Google Plus groups that I'm in, and I'm talking to people about, you know, what are their barriers for buying Black? And branding is really, really important for everybody, not just people of color, but for everybody. Branding, as far as, you know, acquiring that type of loyalty where you now become a household name. Talk to brands or talk to businesses who want to become brands. What kind of advice can you give to them?
I think that sometimes people have the assumption that maybe they look at my profiles and stuff like that, and they must assume that I'm a big corporation, and I'm definitely not. I'm not even rich by any means. But I want to go into your question, because now that I have a better understanding, I could definitely answer it. Just going over some stuff that I have learned, because I've been making my products myself for about 2 years now. And there's things that I definitely learned along the way that I wish I had known in the beginning. So first, I would say start with just one product first, because when you're dealing with multiple products, that it becomes more expensive. It becomes harder to keep up with if you're a very small team, and it's better for you to just produce a quality product. So say if it's a cream that you want to start with, or a shea butter, or whatever it is, start with that one product and be very good at it. Put your all in all into it, because when you have like multiple things that you're doing, it makes it very hard. So for instance, one thing that I have done to kick off and get people to actually want to try my product is giving them a sample offer. So one thing that I did, and I probably won't do again, but I found a better way to do it, is I offered a sampler kit at one point. So it came with these smaller jars that gave them a sample of my coconut milk twisting cream, the safflower whipped shea, and my ginger scrub. But if I had 50 orders, right, then you have to times 50 times 3. So I'm essentially making 150 products, and that's a lot on one person.
Right.
Or even if you had 2 people, because I've even had, people help me out as well, and that's a lot. So I think definitely in the beginning, start trying to offer some sort of a sample or a very good offer to get people to at least want to try, and start very simple, because I've modified it. I will still offer samples, but instead of doing 3 things, I'm going to just simply offer my curl elixir, which is a flaxseed gel formulation to help people curl their hair up. So if they wanted to do a wash and go style or something like that. So that's just one thing. So I don't have to worry about making, like, if I get 50 orders, it's just 50 things I have to worry about, not 150.
Okay. Now that makes sense. And you've touched on 2 things that I definitely want to cover. One being pricing and promotions and discounts. For those who have been rocking with me, since I started blogging back in 2015, one way to monetize my blog is I offer the Ultimate Black Love coupon, the Ultimate Black Love gift guide, the Ultimate Black Love gift guide, which is a Black owned business coupon book. And some individuals, are really, really struggling, because I've had people, email me who want to participate, but are discouraged because they feel like they shouldn't have to discount their products to get people to try them. And I've talked to them about marketing. I've talked to them about advertising. I've talked to them about, promotions and how to develop your brand and how to get your products out there when you're not in a big store. And they're, very, very hesitant about it. Like, I understand that the products that you make, like, that's your baby, right? And you don't want to discount your baby. So talk to my followers about, how to accurately or appropriately, price your products.
I'm going to start by saying you have to do that in the beginning, because think about it. You're a brand new brand. Nobody knows anything about you. And just think about, like, say if you were on Facebook or you were on Instagram and you come across a completely new product that you have no idea about, but it looks nice. You look at it, but most people, I would say at least 90% of people, do not buy because they don't know anything about you. So at the very least, if you're not going to do a discount offer, what I would say is get other people to try your product. And again, that's something where you would be giving away your product for free so somebody can review it and share it with their following, because people want to know if something's going to work. Are you trustworthy? It's a trust thing because they don't know you. And I know just recently I was able to just kind of test the waters at a beauty supply. I've been just primarily selling my products online, and I just wanted to test something out in a beauty supply store. I am, kind of friendly with the owner. I don't know her, but I felt comfortable asking, like, hey, could we just test it out and see how it works by having my products on the shelves, see how people respond to it. And the number one thing that she said was, I believe it's Dr. Miracles. When he first started out, he was giving out free samples in these beauty supply stores. They were offered as free samples. It's a way for people to go ahead and try you out without feeling like they have a risk. And what I did was actually offer my samples. They weren't necessarily free of charge because I did charge for shipping and handling. So I still got compensated something for it. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you're discounting it, but you have to do that as just an entryway. And if you look at it, a lot of big companies do that. Look at HelloFresh. They offer a free week of meals or something like that to get you in. And then after that, they charge you. I've also seen, for instance, the Fabletics. They have this campaign going with Kelly Rowland, and they're offering their leggings. They're normally like $60 for like $24. I've seen people say, try a pair of free leggings on Instagram, and then you sign up and then you get the free leggings sent to you. So companies that are bigger do this all the time.
Sometimes people have a passion for natural hair, or they have a passion for, vegan meals, or they have a passion for, crochet clothes or whatever, but they don't necessarily have a business mindset. So I believe that everything that you're saying right now, like, you are definitely dropping jewels, and you are educating individuals who want to get into the natural hair care game, whether, just trying to monetize what it is that they love, or they're just doing it for the love of natural hair. So the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about that you touched on were the ingredients. Now, I'm starting to see, and I'm not going to say that this ain't anything new, but in my investigations and, in my research, and I'm constantly looking for brands to partner with, to, just be on my platform, period, come be guests and talk to me about their services. I'm starting to see a lot of private label products.
Mm-hmm.
My fear, I was going to say fear. My fear about these natural hair care products, or just products, period, made by Black folks for Black folks, is that individuals are now starting to just go out, buy prepackaged products, shampoos, conditioners, deep conditioners, hair masks, all that, and basically just throwing a label on them. Mm-hmm. And now I'm starting to wonder, like, am I really buying, something that is very specific, that was made with some kind of love and care, or are these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 businesses all selling the same product? Because I don't know how long it was before individuals started to realize that, like, Kylie, whatever the little girl's name is, the Kardashian little girl, like, that lip gloss, like, when it first came out, everybody on YouTube was, reviewing it and buying it. And it was some time before individuals discovered, like, this is a private, like, this is not anything magical. This is 99-cent lip gloss, y'all. And she just put her name on it. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like very, very concerned. Like, am I getting, because I'm seeing brands that are coming out with, every other month, it's something new. Pomegranate honey, cucumber melon. 3 months later, now it's oatmeal chocolate something. And I'm just like, yes, I'm just like, wait, pause, time out, flag on the play. Are you just coming out with products for the sake of coming out with products? Are these genuine natural products for natural hair, and they're being made with love for somebody who, like, actually is really trying to grow their hair, or just make it healthier, or, like, I'm really just starting to be concerned here about the whole natural hair care movement. So talk to me about, like, how important, like, how can people really identify what's real and what's not?
Well, I know, honestly, because I have to look at vendor applications when they come into the market, and I've been hesitant about some because, for instance, I do pay attention to the product ingredients, and sometimes I'll look at it and I'm like, okay, well, why doesn't this have a preservative in here? Because unfortunately, with some formulations, you do have to have a preservative, because if you're using water-based ingredients, or say, for instance, even something like aloe goes bad at some point. So if you're not putting a preservative in there, then you're risking mold growth and bacterial growth. And obviously that's a risk to the customer. So if I'm looking at your ingredients and I know that there's things in there that will go bad, but you're not listing a preservative, that's telling me that either you don't want to reveal it for some reason, like, is it a paraben in there or something? Or is it that you're not using it at all and you don't know that you're supposed to use one? So I definitely just like to be very, mindful of what should be in there. And I would say definitely if someone's looking for a moisturizing product, they should be looking in the first 5 ingredients, and water should be at the top of the list. I think vegetable glycerin is a good product if you're looking for moisture. Aloe would be another good one. And all the other ones, like sometimes, like I said, you have to have a preservative in there, because number one, again, if you're having water in there, it's okay to have a preservative because you don't want bacterial growth. But there's definitely paraben-free preservatives. So I know, for instance, in mine, you'll see something in there. It's called capryl glycol, and it's all these different combinations, and it makes up the preservative optifen. So you have to kind of just do your research as to, what things are. And then you'll know, okay, this makes sense and it should be in there. And then I would have to say too, sometimes companies will use a little bit of trickery because, as you know, mineral oil has become shunned.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at one point, there was a hair product out at the time, and I wanted to try it because honestly, it was one of the more popular ones. And I was like, oh, let me check this out. And I used it, and actually it did work for me. But what wasn't cool is they had mineral oil in the product, but they didn't say that on the label. It said Parfenium liquidum. And then when I did my research, that's mineral oil. So you have to watch out for that too, because people will just like reword it because they know what's going on, what people are talking about, what they're trying to avoid. So if you're not careful, they can get you that way too.
Wow. Okay. So that's again going back to, like I said, my fear, of as to, are these products, are they genuinely natural hair care products? Are they being, made and processed with love? Or are, people just trying to, get over and just trying to, get, not, I don't want to say get over, but, just trying to monopolize on our edges. That's our edges, our split ends, our alopecia, or whatever. And like I noticed even with bundles, is that something you would consider adding to your store, for individuals who are natural but want to use a protective style? Or are you considering going into the Black owned makeup brands and adding that to your marketplace? Or like, are you thinking about expanding so that we can have more options when it comes to our natural hair?
At this point, I'm really focused on hair. So although I'm actually a big fan of skincare because I've had my own skin issues, so I have to be very on top of my skincare, I'm focused on hair at this point. And yes, I am open to a Black-owned hair company, like supplying bundles. And I do offer that through a vendor named Exotica Hair. And it's actually Afro-textured extensions. So it looks like, they have 4C hair type, so it'll match that, or 4A. And then there's a kinky kind of straight look. So it looks like if you were to have your natural hair blown out, and it would blend in, I would feel, with most people's hair if they were trying to do a pressed out look. And what I like about this particular vendor is it's single source, so it's not coming from, different places. Again, it's a Black-owned business. Mm-hmm. And I've actually used those products before because I've reviewed her hair, and it is good hair.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check it out. So now I want to talk about, vendors. Like, okay, you mentioned, the two hairline vendors. How is it that somebody, like, give me the step by step? What is it that I can do right now if I decide I want to start selling, hair, something for hair growth, or moisture retention, or something like that? If I said right now I want to begin to sell my product, I think it's viable, I think it has longevity, I've been selling for 2 years, I've worked on my packaging, I've worked on my branding, I've been really working with other bloggers, and now I'm ready. Now I think I'm ready to go from just selling it myself to working with a marketplace of some sort. What are the steps, 1, 2, 3, however many steps it is, to be a vendor on your platform?
So I essentially simplified the process. There is a link on my website. If you were to scroll down to the bottom, it's at the bottom of every page. It's called Submit Your Brand. And when you click on that link, it will take you to an application. And on that application, you have to put your name, your business name, the products that you plan on selling. And if you don't have the product ingredients listed on the website, because believe it or not, some people do that, I also have a doc. Well, it's an attachment. You can go ahead and upload what your ingredients are, because That's just pretty much a big factor for me. I am open to, because there are some products, the vast majority don't have parabens, mineral oil, but there are some products that do have a paraben preservative, or they have mineral oil in it. You can do that, but it needs to be listed so people are aware of it, so people have the choice whether to purchase your product or not. And if you don't have it listed on your website, you need to have it listed on the marketplace so that people know. So you have to upload that. You have to upload a photo of yourself, a nice high quality photo. You have to have, I will say this, I want to see, you don't have to have a big following or anything like that, but I do want to see that you have photo reviews of people that have used your product before, and at the very least some reviews on your website, because I do actually go ahead once I get that application and do my investigation. I'll go to their website and I want to see reviews on there. And if I don't see it, and if I can't see it on the Instagram or Facebook or somewhere, then at this point it wouldn't be a good fit. So what I'm looking for is somebody who's willing to submit what their product ingredients are. They must have an actual official website. They should have some sort of reviews first. They have to have ingredients that make sense, because I look at the ingredients list, and if it's not making sense to me, then, you know, obviously I unfortunately don't take them on. And I think I covered it, the basics. It's a whole application process. It's not too lengthy, because you're just submitting, like, you know, your photos, your links, and then I do my investigative work. And then once I feel that you're a good fit, I approve the application. And then if I need anything else, I usually reach out to you, and then you're giving all the tools to understand what happens in the marketplace afterward. Like, how do you enter in your tracking numbers when you have shipped something? You can see your dashboard with all your earnings in it. There's a whole email program that pretty much educates you on the process right afterward.
Now, see, that's incredible. I'm not going to say that Ariane is going to be your mentor, but if you are looking for a mentor, I'm going to say Ariane definitely has given you, you know, the basics as to, you know, what you should be working towards in your, you know, your journey as an entrepreneur, providing products for individuals who like to rock their natural hair. So I want to thank you so much for being on my platform. Like, Ariane Williams, we're going to say, is the bomb. You got your own hair care line. You have a marketplace for other individuals who want to sell theirs. You are full of knowledge. I don't see how anybody could walk away from this interview and not be encouraged to either up their game, or at least, you know, decide to want to work with you to try to, you know, find different audiences, find other marketplaces, you know, other avenues to sell their products. I think you offer a wonderful platform. It's blacknaps.org. Tell everybody exactly, you know, where they can find you online, you know, other than your website. I'll definitely have links below in the description box for people to reach out and contact you. Let us know, where can we find you and what's next for blacknaps.org.
Okay, so I want to close out the interview by also mentioning that I do have actress Kimberly Elise selling on the marketplace as well. She's a vegan, and she has vegan hair care products that are offered in the marketplace, and I've actually also used that product before and reviewed it, and I have a video review, and it's a good product line, and it's actually one of our top sellers.
And
I
follow her on Instagram. I've interviewed Diva by Cindy. I know that she has her vending machine in BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport. I've interviewed her. I know that she sells her products on your platform. She's just now, I follow her on everything, and I know that she's selling in Walmart's, and she's in Target, and I think she's in Marshall's now. But she's also on your platform as well. So I would encourage those who, you know, feel as though that, you know, I'm in a box store now, so I've made it. Like, no, you can also sell your products right there on in your marketplace as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The advantage of it is it functions very similar to Amazon. If you were selling on there, they don't pay me anything to be listed. So that's essentially free promotion. And then you just pay 20% when you actually sell something. And then you're also compensated for your shipping. So I would like that to be noted. And also the whole company's initiative is about circulating the Black dollar.
Right on.
So, and pretty much when you purchase, you are obviously supporting a Black hair care business. And in addition to that, I'm trying to grow a Patreon list. I'm on Patreon as Black Naps, and the Patreon isn't primarily for my purposes. I really want to have a portion of the proceeds go to donating to other Black creators, whether they be YouTubers or some sort of an artist or creator of some sort that's a Black, creator or a YouTuber. So I want to help grow that list. That's a big initiative for the company. So just know that when you shop with us, you're supporting a Black hair care business, and I want to keep growing the people on Patreon that we're supporting. And if you want to find me, you can find me on blacknaps.org. I'm on Black Naps at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
Everywhere.
I'm pretty much everywhere, but my main places that you'll see me very active on is Instagram and Pinterest.
Instagram and Pinterest. Perfect. Thank you so much, Ariane. I'm telling you, if you, like I said, if you're new to Minority Report, put your seatbelt on, stay for the ride. I'm going to be interviewing some amazing individuals, talking about their products, talking about their services. I've interviewed some incredible people in the past, and it's only going to get better. I love to partner with individuals like Ariane. She, like I said, she's a wealth of knowledge. She's looking to support other businesses. She's creating a platform for you to make this money, get these coins, secure your bag. And, she's doing it, for the love of what it is that she does. Period, point blank. And I love to work with people like that. That's just incredible. I'm encouraged and inspired every day when I talk to individuals like Ariane. So definitely, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification so you don't miss an interview, you don't miss a product review, and check the description box below. All of Ariane's links will be underneath here, and even the businesses that she mentioned, like Kimberly Elisa's line and the hair care lines and everybody else. I will have all the information down below. I thank you so much for tuning in, and I will check you out next time.